Today in the Dadbot workshop we're going to remove the front wheel of our 2009 BMW F800ST. It needs a new tyre, so we'll get that put on and then we'll reinstall the wheel. Let's get started. First things first, we need to prep the bike to take the front wheel off. Since I've got the back wheel off already, the bike's a bit unstable. I needed to have the back wheel off to get enough height to bring the front up to get the front wheel off the ground. So what I've done is just use this very gentle lift here under the sump, and I've got these straps holding the front down enough that if it starts tipping back, it'll just stop. I've also lifted the front wheel up. It's about 2 centimeters off the ground, and I've reapplied the clamp here to keep it stable to allow us to get the beak off and the axle out. So first things first is we'll take the beak off to allow the wheel to slide out more easily when we need it to. For this we need a Torx T30. Don't forget, if you're going to use air tools, please wear your safety gear. With the bolts out, the beak just lifts off. Next we're going to take the axle out. The tool you need, I got this from BMW. It's a multi-size tool. There's a 1722 on one side and a 1924 on the other side. The axles are 22. First things first, there's 2 bolts down here which pinch the axle to keep it in place. Not on the left side, but on the right side. So we need a T40 to take those and loosen those first. With those out, we now use our 22mm reverse socket to loosen the axle. And now we'll unclamp the front wheel. As the wheel's coming off, you'll see a spacer on the left hand side. Just make sure you keep that in the right way, orientated, so we can put it back in when the wheel goes back in. To get the wheel off, we need to remove the brake calipers. We do that with a T45 Torx. When the bolts are out, we'll just move them side to side to increase the gap between the pads to make it easier to get the calipers out. Just be aware, once the calipers are off, don't touch the brake handle, otherwise you won't be able to get them back on again. I just use some wire to hang the brake caliper so it's not hanging from its hose and it won't damage the hose or the ABS wire. Just put the wire into the bolt hole and it just hangs loosely there. Onto the other side. And now the wheel just slides straight out. The wheels are back with new tyres, so now it's time to reinstall. We'll start with the front. First things first is just make sure the rotation of the wheel is the correct way. I've had them before where the rotation's been wrong. I've had to take them back to get refitted. We've done some minor preparation for installing the wheel before we start. All the bolts have now got a copper ease, which is an anti-seize compound on them to make them much better when you take them off next time. So any bolts with a thread, including the axle, the brake bolts and the ones that pinch the axle in place, have got that anti-seize on it. So first things first, we roll the wheel in and we relocate the axle. Just remember, we've got our spacer here, we've got it set aside for the right orientation. We put that back in before we start. I've also greased the axle to help it go in more easily. And we've also checked the front bearings of the wheel and they're fine. We just thread it up hand tight to start with. Just make sure the thread's taken and it's not cross threaded. It's a very long thread in here, so you think you're getting nowhere, but you actually are. The bike's a bit unstable in its current position. Obviously the back and the front wheel off and the front wheel's currently raised. So to torque your axle up, it's good to use the clamp here to clamp the front wheel so it's not moving the bike. So now it's much more stable. So once you've hand tightened the axle, you set your torque wrench at 50 Newton meters and we'll torque it up. Next step is the 2 pinch bolts which go into the right hand fork to hold the axle in place. We insert those. For these pinch bolts you need a T45 Torx. So you just tighten those up hand tight again. 20 Newton meters, so we reset our torque wrench to 20. Just do them up individually, hand tight, and then just move between the two to tighten them up evenly. Next is the brake calipers. Just be very careful when you're putting them back on that you make sure the brake pads are seated correctly and you don't damage this cable here, which is for the ABS sensor. It takes a bit of wiggling around sometimes to get them located, but once they're in place, just use the bolts again with copper ease on them and hand tighten them. This can be a bit fiddly as well sometimes, but just move the caliper around a bit to get your bolt to bite in. Again, just pay attention on this side, especially the left hand side, that your ABS sensor wire is free to move around, it's not jammed on anything. Again, this is a T45 Torx, so just hand tighten them, just do it so it's even, and then these are 30 Newton meter torque settings, and just do them up evenly. And that's the left hand side, and then we just repeat the same with the right hand side. The last thing to put on now is the beak. So we're just 2 screws on each side and they're torqued to 10 Newton meters. And for these ones you need a T30 Torx. Since the brake calipers have been off, just pump the brake handle a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, just to resettle the pads onto the disc. When you test ride the bike afterwards, always be very careful when you play with the brakes to make sure that they're working correctly before you start riding properly. Good pressure.